Hi, I'm Jasmine Roper.
And I'm Audrey Huggins, and this is CAVS News.
From the studios of Chillicothe High School, this is your CAVS News Show.
Bad news for all you Cleveland fans out there. Rumor has it that LeBron James may be leaving the Cavaliers once again. Most people believe that it is a strategy to gain more power on the team. Others believe that he is trying to scare the Cavaliers into giving him what he wants. Although no plans are set in stone, it is still a big scare for Cavalier fans across the country. Now for more sports news, let's go to Taylor Boggs with sports.
Thanks, guys. I'm Taylor Boggs with this week's CAVS News Sports Update. Winter Sports officially closed their season last week at the Winter Sports Banquet. Just as winter sports close, the spring sports begin. Tryouts and practices have been in full swing the past few weeks. All teams are working hard and looking for their victory at their first game or meet of the season. Last weekend, the Chillicothe cheerleaders traveled to OSU to compete at state competition. They rocked the floor and brought home third place. Also in the same weekend, Chillicothe had two ladies compete at state for indoor track. Riley Reitzel and Tania Cousins both competed. Tania was runner-up in the long jump and became state champion in the triple jump. CAVS News is going to start recognizing one outstanding player each week. Our first CAVS News Player of the Week will be announced on our next episode, so tune in next time to see who is voted first. That's all I have for this week. I'm Taylor Boggs. Now back to Jasmine and Audrey in the studio.
Thanks, Taylor. On Saturday, March 12th, come to Dublin, Ohio's St. Patrick's Day celebration. The events will take place throughout the city starting around 7:30 a.m. with a pancake breakfast, followed by the city's miles-long community parade, which kicks off at 11 a.m. and marches through historic Dublin. The parade is filled with bands, leprechauns, floats, and all things Irish. Now let's go to Jason Atkins with Did You Know?
Hey guys, it's Jason. I'm here to bring you an informational Did You Know? So let's get started. Our topic this week is St. Patrick's Day. Did you know that St. Patrick's Day is on March 17th because that's when St. Patrick, who was the patron of Ireland, died? Did you know that St. Patrick's Day was made an official holiday in the early 17th century by the Christian Church? Did you know that St. Patrick wasn't even really Irish, but he was actually Walish? Bet you didn't know that the color green wasn't even associated with the day for many years, as it was thought to be the color of bad luck. But instead of using green, they used blue for the symbolic color of Ireland. Did you know that St. Patrick's Day could have originally been called St. Maewyn's Day? As St. Patrick, his birth name was Maewyn Sucat, but he changed his first name to Paticus. Well, guys and gals, that's all the time I have this week. I'm Jason, and let's get back to our friends in the studio.
Thanks, Jason. This weekend on the 11th and 12th, the school play Night of the Living Dead finally premieres. A classmate of mine, Connor Kersey, has taken the time to get a deeper look at the play and its cast. Let's take a look.
Hey, Aurelia! How long have you guys been down there? I could have used some help up here.
It's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear all the racket we were making up here?
How could we know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Surely you must know what a girl screaming sounds like.
Chillicothe High School's 2016 senior play is Night of the Living Dead, an adaptation of George A. Romero's legendary film of the same name. Come see our talented students act in this thrilling, realistic take on the iconic film. Showings are Friday, March 11th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, March 12th at 7 p.m. as well. Tickets are sold online and at the door. I hope to see you there. Now back to Jasmine and Audrey.
In other news, two of our broadcasting classmates and I did a story on our local Humane Society. Let's take a look.
My name is Jen Thomas, and I am the executive director here for the Ross County Humane Society.
A few weeks ago, Chillicothe High School's broadcasting students Parker Tracy, Makai Jackson, and Audrey Huggins went and interviewed Jen Thomas, the executive director of the Ross County Humane Society. We asked her a few questions about our local animal shelter, as well as asking her about what it's like to work at the Humane Society.
I enjoy most working at the Humane Society because I like helping the dogs. Ultimately, it helps the community as well. I've loved dogs and animals since I was a very small child. It gives us a chance to help the dogs that may not necessarily find homes by us, pushing them and getting to know them and getting them out in the public so that we can ultimately get a dog out of the shelter and into a home. All of our dogs come as strays, so at some point they were already someone's pet. They either didn't want them or were never reunited with them. So the dogs that we have out here, we get purebred dogs, we get mixed breed dogs, and we have great dogs. We do a really good job of screening the dogs as well to make sure that they don't have temperament issues. So we take those the extra steps to make sure that the dogs we have are good adoptable dogs for the public.
The students also asked Jen what kind of treatment the dogs get at the shelter, as well as how the community can help.
Every dog that comes in receives vaccines. We give a vaccine for we give a Bordetella vaccine, which is for kennel cough to make sure that the dogs don't get ill. We give a shot for parvo and distemper to make sure that your dogs don't have parvo or distemper. They all are wormed, and then we heartworm test them as well. We do also spay and neuter. We don't do them in-house because we don't have a vet on staff, but that's another thing that we do. The community involvement, we always need volunteers, either to walk dogs, to bathe dogs. We also need people who want to attend adoption events or help get the word out about what we're doing here at Ross County Humane Society. In order to do that, you just need to come out to the shelter and let us know that you're interested in helping. We are always in need of donations, monetary donations. We ask for first and foremost. Without the community support, we could not continue to do what we do. We are not funded by the Humane Society of the United States or the ASPCA. The majority of our funding comes from donations from the community. If you don't want to donate money, we also we use bleach, paper towels, non-latex gloves, fleece blankets for the dogs, leashes, collars, treats, anything that you would need for your own dog are things that we can use out here at the Humane Society. It really is just positive community support with you guys telling people, or even other students, letting them know, hey, this is what happens at the Humane Society. They have these dogs and they do all kinds of great things. It just is important for people to just keep talking about what we do out here.
That changes how I feel about the animal shelter. I hope this made more people aware of the Humane Society and what they do. The youth of Zion Baptist Church has collected a lot more water than expected and are now expecting more. Due to a recent soar in donations, we have decided to push the trip back a couple more weeks. If you haven't donated yet, you aren't too late. Please donate as much water as you can, even if it's only one bottle. Anything will help. Please deliver all donations to Zion Baptist Church or contact me at jasmineroper18@students.ccsd.us. Now let's go to Hall Talk with Maggie Daddy.
Oh, if I would choose between the colors red, blue, and green, it would be green.
If I had to choose between red, blue, and green, it'd be blue, because it's prettier than other colors. If I had to choose between the colors red, blue, and green, I would choose green, because green is better than blue.
If I had to choose between the colors red, blue, green, I'd choose blue.
If I had to choose between red, blue, or green, I would choose red, because it evokes emotion.
Choose between red, blue, and green, I would choose green. If I had to choose between red, blue, and green, I would choose red.
Thanks, Maggie. On other news, Olympic gold medalist Gabby Douglas won at the AT&T American Cup. With this win, it really shows that she has her eyes on the Olympics 2016 and Rio de Janeiro. Now let's go to Connor Kersey with Pop Fusion.
Hey everyone, Connor here. You may not recognize me, it's my first time here hosting Pop Fusion. A little about me. I moved to the Chillicothe area from New York at the beginning of this school year, and I'm an absolute film buff. Movies are my passion. So prepare yourself for movie-heavy information every time I host. Let's start this off with movies playing this weekend. 10 Cloverfield Lane came out this Thursday. It's an awesome-looking science fiction horror. It takes place mostly in a cellar during a rumored apocalypse, which probably means the focus will be on character struggles and dynamics rather than explosive action or anything like that. The next movie, The Witch, is an indie, very atmospheric horror movie taking place during the 1600s. If you're into more artsy films, then you should check it out. If you do watch it, know it's rated R, and for good reason. Another movie, London Has Fallen, is out. If you're a fan of over-the-top, gritty action, then this movie is for you. Other movies playing in Danbury Cinema are Deadpool, Kung Fu Panda 3, Gods of Egypt, The Brothers Grimsby, The Young Messiah, Whiskey Tango, Foxtrot, Zootopia, and Eddie the Eagle. The only video game news I have is local. Not many people know this. At the end of the last year, a Dayton competitive Super Smash Bros. Tournament raised $600 for Dayton Children's Hospital, which is just outstanding. It's awesome knowing people in this community have used gaming as a way to help children in need. Columbus has started holding weekly Super Smash Bros. Tournaments since then. If anyone in the Chillicothe area is interested in attending any tournaments or interested in starting a Smash scene in Chillicothe, then please contact me at my email, connorharoldkersey@gmail.com. That's all for this week. On to you, Audrey and Jasmine.
Thanks, Connor. That's all the time we have for this week. I'm Jasmine Roper.
And I'm Audrey Huggins. Have a great weekend, Chillicothe.